What's up guys, Boxing Physique here. So this is here my first pair of training gloves. They're EVERLAST, and I was a beginner back then. I'm still not an amateur, you know what I mean? So the first boxing gloves couple of years ago when I started doing the back training, and my shoulder was fine back then, so but my power and my technique were lacking. So pretty average boxing gloves. This is like the inside, quite comfortable. Strapping is quite comfortable. They're quite wide for wide hands. So the big drawback I think was that it kind of broke eventually. When I gained power, this thing kind of tore apart. So basically this is one of the reasons why I'll just keep buying new boxing gloves. So if you have power in these hands, you will see that it starts tearing. And not the only. This is not the only problem with them. They also around the right hand, as you can see, almost as if there's no padding here, because they're usually a bit softer gloves. And when you keep banging, keep hitting, it goes away. And it, as I said, it tore here. And it moves out of this out of your knuckles, which is not the ideal variant. Protex 2, they say they have great wrist protection, but I don't agree that much, because as I said, they're quite soft boxing gloves, and I bought new pair because they broke. So as I said, these two tore apart because of this is like pretty basic and beginner build quality. So I bought new one, you know. I changed the brand, but they're quite the same, if not worse. They're still soft. They don't have like wrist protection that much, but quite soft boxing gloves, you know what I mean? You know, soft. There's no like foam, like a shield or whatever. It's super soft, you know. So for those who don't hit that hard, or just do you know, accumulation of punches, it's quite good. But if you start banging it hard, especially on the right hand, you see that the knuckle area is almost gone. So those do not protect your hands anymore, and wrist actually goes that way or that way. So it's quite dangerous if you don't hit in right angle. This won't protect you, and they don't have wrist support. So I think these are even worse than these, because the right one, as you can see here, the right one just tore. Yeah, no, it's just unbelievable. This is beginner and it's pretty low quality. So as you can see, not a funny thing, because the foam gets from goes out, and you know, you see the insides of it. And I think it broke quite quickly. You know, I think I punched too hard, to be honest with you, because I already changed like two boxes, as I said, gloves, two pairs, and I bought two heavy bags, and this is my third one, which I am with right now. So the boxing gloves which I bought today are these ergo molded foam training gloves. Basically they're kind of at the same price range as these, like these, kind of same quality, but the biggest difference is that they have molded foam, so it kind of protects you even more, especially for hard hitters. And I hope over the years, especially, it doesn't break that much. So as you can see, those are the boxing gloves. Around the straps they have the EVERLAST logo. Pretty tough strapping they have. This is how they look from the inside. Pretty classic, pretty basic look. And the biggest difference is that, as I said, it has like a mold, like a whole shape of it. And that's the biggest difference. It's quite hard. It has its own shape, unlike these, you know, where they're almost almost like there's no shape or padding. So it's great padding, great for big punchers. I do recommend it, especially if you hit with knuckles and you go there and hit it, you know, hard. So these are to protect you, protect your wrist. This protects your wrist a lot better because when you put them, you know, when you put them, your hand is kind of in a mode. So you can see the wrist moves, but the whole thing is in this kind of a shell. That's why I think they're phenomenal, you know. Good, at the same price range. Amateur boxing gloves, beginner material, and that's it. You know, pretty tough. Size 16, the biggest size I have right here, but they're quite more narrow than these, you know. And if you have bigger hand than mine, I have quite a wide hand. If you have bigger hand than mine, I guess you will have problems with these. So I hope that they're durable. As I said, quite narrow, as you can see. Kind of the same material as my first ones, but I do recommend EVERLAST more than Lonsdale, I think. So that's the review of these boxing gloves. Tell me what do you think in the comments below. What do you recommend for hard punchers like me? Because I think this might not be enough for me over the time, I guess. Because I might break them, you know, I might tear them apart. But they're really tough. They have great padding, as I said, for knuckles, especially if you hit hard, protect your hands. And they're great, dude. So tell me what do you think about it. Thank you for watching. Catch you later, guys. Peace out.